Now, Rand Paul, who I don't like, had a very funny. There was a hearing about the militarization of the police departments and how this is an obvious extension of the military-industrial complex. Where it's surplus. No, it's just using tax dollars to just sell more crap into the police forces, who, of course, then look like armies. And there were two clips that came out of this that I thought was very, very funny. First, this is I had no idea that this is part of the equipment that is being granted to police departments.
Mr. Estevez, in the NPR investigation of the 1033 program, they list that 12,000 bayonets have been given out. What purpose are bayonets being given out for?
Senator, bayonets are available under the program. I can't answer what a local police force would need a bayonet.
I can give you an answer, none.
No, to stick citizens with, obviously. Come on, that's just...
So what's President Obama's administration's position on handing out bayonets to the police force?
Shut up, slave. I'm going to stick this bayonet up your butt.
It's on your list. You guys create the list. You're going to take it off the list. We're going to keep doing it.
We are going to look at what we are providing under the administration's review of all these programs.
So it's unclear at this point whether President Obama approves of 12,000 bayonets being given out. I would think you can make that decision last week.
I think we need to review all the equipment that we're providing, Senator. And as I said, we, the Department of Defense, do not push any of this equipment on any police force. The states decide what they need.
I love it. I think that's so old-fashioned, bayonets. Where are bayonets still used? Even ISIL doesn't have bayonets.
No, why would you? You got these, AK whatever model they're using, and you can bayonet on those things. It's like World War I.
I love that bayonets. Yeah,
well, you know what? If you're in the police department, I could just from my some understanding of government work, you're at the police department, and they got these bayonets for sale on the list. You get a list of stuff that you can get, and they're cheap. Like they have one of these giant troop things. Some little area. There was a report on this. They had this big armored thing, and they painted it white and put a Red Cross thing on the side. And they use it to evacuate. They're going to use it to evacuate kids in case there's a school shooting, and the kids will be this thing.
Yeah,
and it holds like 2 classrooms, and it's it makes some logical sense. It cost them $5,000. This thing is probably a $250,000 vehicle.
Right.
Well, the bayonets are probably on the list with a similar discount. Bayonets, $1. So I'm the police chief, and I'm looking at the list, and I'm going, hey, Bill, these bayonets, I got bayonets on this list for $1. Hey, man, I want one. Hey, I want one, too. Hey, get me one.
Do they even?
And so all these guys, so they order 25 bayonets, and they hand them out to the cops. The cops take them home. And they have them in the kitchen or something. They use them to slice beef. They use it in the barbecue. And they cut this huge bayonet.
I think they should hand out mace balls.
They'd buy them. They'd take them home.
For those of you who don't know, a mace ball is one of those chains with a grip
and a big horrible ball with points
on it. So there was something else that I learned from Senator Paul that I did not know about this gear.
In FEMA's authorized equipment list, there's actually written descriptions for how the equipment should be used, and it says it's specifically not supposed to be used for riot suppression. Mr. Comoy, is that true, that it's not supposed to be used for riot suppression? And how do you plan on policing that, since the images show us clearly large pieces of equipment that were bought with your grants being used in that riot suppression?
Senator Paul, that is
protest suppression, rather.
That is accurate. The categories of personal protective equipment that include helmets, ear and eye protection, ballistics, personal protective equipment, is a prohibition in the authorized equipment list that is not to be used for riot suppression.
And what will you do about it?
We're going to follow the lead of the Department of Justice's investigation about the facts. We're going to work with the state of Missouri to determine what pieces of equipment were grant funded. And then we have a range of remedies available to us should there be any finding of non-compliance with those requirements. Those include everything from corrective action plans to ensure it doesn't happen again, recoupment of funds. So we'll look very closely at the facts, but we're going to allow the investigation to run its course and determine what the appropriate remedy is.
So I didn't know that that was not allowed to be used, because I think that's what it's used for exclusively.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
But
It
it
makes no sense.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Can't use protective gear in riots. Oh, Dave, where do you go? Oh, no, we bought this from TSA, Homeland Security. We can't take those things off. Yeah, that makes
Disturbing.
zero sense. What would you use it for instead?
Just to look cool?
I guess. I don't know.